A small boy, cold and hungry, walking the streets of London, looking through trash cans for food. That was Charlie Chaplin. But did he give up? No. Did he lose hope? Never. He kept going, because he had a dream. And my friends, this is where his real journey begins. Charlie Chaplin was now just a small, hungry, and abandoned boy walking the streets of London. He had no home, no parents to care for him, no money, and no idea where his next meal would come from. He and his older brother Sidney were forced to live in workhouses, terrible places where poor people were sent to work in exchange for food and shelter. These places were cold, cruel, and full of suffering. Charlie was just 7 years old when he first entered one of these workhouses. Imagine a child, so small, so innocent, being thrown into a world of hard labor and pain. He was separated from Sidney and sent to another workhouse alone. And when he finally returned to his mother, she was even sicker than before. Her mind was slipping away. Sometimes she didn't even recognize Charlie. Charlie watched as doctors dragged her to a mental hospital. He screamed, he cried, but he was powerless. She was gone. Charlie was truly alone. A boy with a dream, but even in his pain, he had something powerful inside him. A dream. Charlie wanted to perform. He wanted to be on stage, just like his mother. He wanted to make people laugh, to entertain them, to bring joy to a world that had been so cruel to him. But where would a poor, homeless boy go? How would he even start? The first steps towards the spotlight. Charlie knew he had only one option, to work and fight for his dream. He was still a child, but he started looking for small jobs. He washed dishes, delivered newspapers, and even worked as a toy maker. But no matter what job he did, his heart was always on the stage. Then one day he saw a group of street performers acting and making people laugh. Something inside him told him, "This is it. This is my chance." So he joined them. He started performing on the streets, dancing, singing, doing small comedy acts. At first no one cared. People just walked past him. But Charlie didn't give up. He kept performing. He kept improving. He watched other comedians, studied their movements, their timing, their expressions, and slowly, people started noticing him. They stopped to watch. They started laughing. And for the first time in his life, Charlie felt something magical. He had the power to make people happy. At the age of 14, Charlie got a huge opportunity. He was hired by a theater group called the 8 Lancashire Lads. It wasn't much. He was just a small part of the group, but it was a start. He worked harder than anyone. He learned every move, every trick. He practiced day and night. And his talent? It shined. One day, a theater director saw him and said, "This boy is special. He's different." Charlie was given bigger roles, more responsibilities, and then, at 16 years old, he landed his first major acting role in a play called Sherlock Holmes. Charlie was no longer just a street performer. He was now acting in real theaters in front of big audiences. People loved him. Directors saw something in him. His expressions, his movements, his ability to make people feel emotions without even saying a word. And then, something happened that would change his life forever. Hollywood came calling. In 1910, Charlie was given a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to go to America. He was invited to join a famous comedy troupe called Fred Karno's Company, which performed in the United States. This was huge. America was where dreams came true. Charlie packed his bags and stepped onto a ship, crossing the ocean towards his future. When he arrived in America, Everything felt different. The streets were bigger, the people were louder, the energy was electric, and most importantly, Hollywood was there. Charlie knew one thing. This is where I belong. This is where I will become a star. In 1913, a film company called Keystone Studios noticed Charlie. They gave him a small role in a silent film. It wasn't much, but Charlie saw an opportunity.